Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform, and watch your business rise. Wake up, wake up. The platform's waiting for you. Wake up, wake up. See what your system can do.
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. It is time to wake up, customer platform, with your unofficial HubSpot Updates morning show, where we help you discover the platform value you already own. I'm Chris Carolan, joined by my co-hosts Casey Hawkins and George B. Thomas. We are here every weekday morning to make sure you're not sleeping on HubSpot's true capabilities. If you're joining live, drop a hello in the comments and let us know what you're building in HubSpot today. Happy Thursday, June 26th.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. We're almost there.
Where are we? Almost where, George?
Almost to Friday.
Almost to Friday.
Almost
Almost
to the-
halfway through the year.
Almost to 4th of July.
Almost to the call-in show.
Almost the
Yeah.
call-in show.
Which is
Yeah.
what,
Almost there, you know?
which is what George is looking for. Why George is looking forward to Friday.
Of course. Of course, the call-in show, of course. Without a doubt.
Yeah, that's why it's about the journey and not the destination, right? Always almost there. Yeah, and Casey and I both today had to do some double takes and some refreshing of pages to be like, is this really real life? Because I only saw 2, and I had my page up from yesterday, so I was like, maybe it's not updated. So of course I refresh, and then those 2 go away. So you see I'm on the all page here, but we really do only have 2. One is a recurring, one of our recurring favorites, probably updated calling remote. Yep, you can do calling in HubSpot now. Watching people do this. So what is it? The calling remote is a fast and easy way to make calls anywhere in the CRM. Now you can take notes and set call outcomes and types, all without leaving your call. During any inbound or outbound call, simply take notes and set call outcomes and types directly in the remote, plus drag it anywhere on your screen to keep your workspace clear.
They don't even have a why it matters. I guess because it's self-explanatory, you can make calls inside of HubSpot.
Yeah, and everybody gets it all the way down to starter level. So powerful stuff. This is one of those things, if you really do want to capture all communication from every which way in HubSpot, you can. The tools are there for you to do that.
Is it every which way but loose?
Something like that, yeah.
He's back.
Number 2, I'm sure there might be some excitement about this one. Seems interesting. Definitely a new one, I think. Public beta, email custom properties, enhanced organization and reporting. What is it? Organize your emails more effectively with email custom properties. Add custom properties directly to any email for flexible categorization that matches how your team works. No more convoluted naming systems or scrolling through endless lists. Create meaningful views instantly and generate tailored reports, including cross-property analysis for more granular insights so you can know what's working and where you can optimize.
Why does it matter? Your email marketing deserves better organization. Whether you're comparing newsletters against promotions or analyzing regional campaigns, you're currently stuck with inconsistent naming conventions. These workarounds limit your ability to gain clear, actionable insights and hinder data patterns, preventing you from understanding campaign effectiveness. Email custom properties provide a more thoughtful categorization method, saving you time and enhancing your reporting efforts.
Mm. Mm.
As
Woo.
we workflows already have custom properties, right? Or am I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
does George have a thought? Well, I don't know. I don't know where naming conventions go with the evolution of custom properties.
Oh, let me go ahead and unpack my thoughts here.
Go ahead, George. Have at it.
Let's imagine that you lived in a convoluted portal in all the best ways possible, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's imagine that you had franchisees that were all sending emails out, and different people from the franchisee were actually sending those emails, and teams breaks down because somebody can be on multiple teams. Imagine if you could actually just then create a property that was, let's say, the franchisee number to then be set for each of the emails that a franchisee sent out. And imagine being able then to collect all of those in a report based on franchise ID. Now you could actually do something that you once couldn't do before because Teams was breaking down and there are multiple people sending from a franchisee location. Like, there are so many good ways
Mm-hmm.
that you can collect and combine. I'll give you another example. We were working on some reports yesterday and the day
Mm-hmm.
before yesterday, where we literally had to ask permission to rename four emails, pardon me, so that we could use the naming convention to combine the automated emails to then get them into a report. This would no longer have to occur
Mm-hmm.
because you could have the property that then is the collector to the anything that you want to report on, create a view around. Mm.
I have a client who's whenever we send like let's call them prospecting emails, so emails to non-customers, we include blog in the email name. A lot of times we are sending blogs. We are not always sending blogs though, but we still keep blog in the name because that's really how we're identifying that this is not a customer email, that this
Mm.
is a like thought leadership email.
Mm.
Um, so I see like this is exciting. Um, first. uh, and for that client specifically, I'm like eager to get into this beta. Also, side note, you covered the new email experience while I was out last week. Um, I do not love the new email experience.
Uh-oh.
But so I forget if it was Chris or George, but somebody mentioned like this provides much more space, and I wonder if they needed to release that before they released this.
Mm.
I think they're
May-
designing it all together in one way or another. And probably like there's technical reasons, but also strategic reasons and why, like when stuff gets released first. I do believe that a lot of the updates to the full page editing and up and flows of how stuff gets built out a lot of that has provided the real estate needed to do a lot more when creating properties, as now we can create properties related to all these different objects.
Mhm.
But
And I go back to a LinkedIn post months, if not months and months ago, where Dharmesh mentioned the idea was to always have everything be an object.
Mm.
yes,
This leans into that methodology of
Mhm.
giving you the ability to do things that you once couldn't do based on the flexibility of an object and properties and so on and so forth.
yep. And like, if you want a quick hack to understand all of the newly minted objects, because you can create properties for them and you didn't really know that unless you
Mhm.
stumble across it, an easy way to do that is to go into settings, properties, export all properties.
Geesh.
And I thought I was going to have to download the spreadsheet to show this, but actually you don't, right? You can just
I'm
see,
glad you don't.
right? So there's a few custom objects in here, right? But marketing emails
Mhm.
was not in here prior to this update, right? Marketing events, like all these things that are new, like so workflows.
Mhm.
And
Lists. Yep.
I don't know if it 100% means that you can also make a custom property for all of the things on this list. I think we're pretty close to that.
Mhm.
But what it should tell you is that these properties exist and they are structured in a way to support the data infrastructure that HubSpot is going to. That means AI is going to be able to see it. That means you guys, we need to manage it and understand that it's there.
Mhm.
And this can give you a lot of clarity for how things are operating in the portal and what's possible. And also just, hey, do we need a property, for that thing or not? Is there a native property that we can be using? So this is a very quick way to get an overall view of everything that, has properties as we're talking about them now.
Mhm.
And in most cases, it also signifies that you can create a custom property, for that thing at this
Mhm.
point. I think with Casey on that, naming conventions is probably the first place I would look to understand what could be a property.
Mhm.
Because when you do apply naming conventions, it's usually to create variables that you can filter on and create
Mhm.
different views and things like that. I wouldn't just go to an unstructured naming convention because of that either, because all of
That's,
this
I guess, what I'm
matters,
worried about. Yeah.
right? Because one of my favorite hacks through naming conventions is when you're trying to do something in some other place in the portal and you just have this little window to go
Mhm.
through this long list of stuff when it's
That's
named
true.
properly,
Mhm.
or you can either find it easier or you can search for it easier in those
Mhm.
small windows. Search before scroll, as George likes to say.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah, big deal. I was kind of hoping they were going to tell me it was about the other form of email in the portal that we can now see in the record index views, all of the other emails that are happening in the portal. But maybe we'll get that
Maybe someday.
someday. But this also signifies, like, if we can make a custom property and then AI continues to get better, AI can start to fill some of those custom properties in a structured way throughout the portal. So exciting to see progress there for sure. And those are the two updates for today. So this actually does give us a much better opportunity to make sure you're not sleeping on stuff you already have by hitting the scheduled for release. Which again, if you're struggling with keeping up, like these two places, like
Mhm.
can get you up to speed real quick. And if you're trying to prioritize, what do I pay attention to first? Hit this schedule for release,
Mhm.
right? Because this generally means is it's going from beta to not beta.
Mhm.
right? So this week alone, we've seen add customer agent to rule-based chat flows, send video transcripts to Facebook, thumbnails for PDFs in File Manager, improved card library for CRM customization, scale email and form scoring with contains and scoring apps. Half of these, or maybe all of them, just went right to live, like they didn't get beta. So again, this is a great way to understand sequence of events related to updates.
Mhm.
Today we've got health score builder, design changes in the customer portal, and track property changes with property change events. Next week, we've got a week of rest from the HubSpot team. And I think that means we are also going to take a week off because there will be no updates to talk about, theoretically.
Today,
George.
so good.
Yep.
2 updates and a week of rest.
There you go. We got to recharge, whether it's recharging or in solidarity with the HubSpot team, whatever you want to, however you want to swing it. We'll be here on Monday because there's going to be stuff this Friday. Week of rest means they might be pushing stuff, right? So if there's stuff available on Friday, we'll be here next Monday. But then after that, the schedule gets hot and heavy, including this guy, right? Should we start showing this every day just to make sure people are catching wind of this thing that's happening on August 31st? How are you guys both have been creating content on this and interacting with people on this topic. Are people aware of the implications of this right now?
I mean, I hope they are. I think they are. We're doing our best to make sure we're bringing the conversation to light, if one will.
And for those,
I'm sure there still are those that are in the most loving way that I can say this, potentially head down doing work or
Mhm.
living under a rock, on sabbatical, giving birth. I don't know, like all the reasons, but
Mhm.
there's probably some reasons that some people don't know, but we're doing our dangdest to shout it from the mountaintops.
yeah, for those listening, we're talking about sunsetting legacy scoring properties on August 31st, 2025.
I feel like the conversations I've been having around this have shifted from, oh, this is happening forever away, to, oh, we actually need to deal with it.
Okay.
I think this was originally announced early in the year, I want to say. I don't,
Yeah.
but August felt very far away then. And as we are about to approach July, August does not seem so far away.
Yeah, no, August is like right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed, it is. So yeah, we'll keep the reminders going. Stay tuned, to definitely Casey and George, are going to keep hitting on this topic. George had a episode in the podcast about it this week. You guys are doing the value first scoring roundtable today, and yeah, trying to get the word out and letting everybody know it's probably in everybody's best interest that this is happening. You can do lead scoring in a better way than ever before. So yeah, but don't sleep on the schedule for release. Like, check that out. This is a prime opportunity. If you are coming in here every day and trying to keep up and see there's only 2, like, hit the schedule for release if you haven't seen it yet. It can give you a lot of perspective.
Chris is honestly struggling with closing the show before 9 o'clock. He is trying to extend out for at least another 4 minutes because his day will not feel complete if we don't hit the 9 o'clock. I feel like that's what's happening right now, which I love, but it's just like,
So remember, folks, you probably already own the solution you're looking for in HubSpot. Sometimes you just need to wake up to it. And it might be these new lead scoring tools. Join us tomorrow morning live at 7:30 a.m. Central, or catch us anytime on Spotify and Apple Music. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments and let us know what capabilities you want to wake up to next. Until then, I'm Chris Carolan.
I'm Casey Hawkins.
and I'm George B. Thomas.
And this has been Wake Up Customer Platform. Now go build something amazing. Have a great day, everybody.
Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform, and watch your business rise.